First name Tanish, last name Bryson Smith, Bryson hyphen Smith.
Good afternoon, Ms. Bryson Smith.
Good afternoon.
Could you tell the jury where you work?
Hampton County E911,
And how long have you worked for Hampton County E911?
17 years.
And what is E911?
Emergency Services Dispatch Center.
And what do you do there?
Currently, I am in a director position, just instated in December. I am over the management of day-to-day operations of the 911 Dispatch Center for Hampton County, including budgeting, payroll, like I said, day-to-day operations, and record keeping, recordings, etc.
Does the Hampton County 911 keep records in the normal course of business?
We do.
And what kind of recordings are these?
We have audio recordings from 911 phone calls, administrative line phone calls, as well as radio recordings from our radios from the field.
Are all 911 calls recorded?
They are.
And how are these calls stored?
They're stored on our NextLog data recording systems.
How long are they stored for?
As long as we need them.
And who has access to those records?
I do.
Does anybody else?
No, ma'am.
Just you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how do you access the records?
There is a database in my office that I have to log into to access any recordings that is requested.
All right. Sometimes do calls from another county, such as Colleton County, come into Hampton County?
They do.
And why does that happen?
Cell phones pick up on the nearest PSAP based upon the location of that cell phone at the time of call. PSAP meaning Public Safety Answering System.
Okay. And why does it pick up on that on the location and send it to Hampton as opposed to Colleton?
Due to the geographical location of a phone call or a phone when that call is made, that cell phone picks up at that tower, and the tower, wherever the nearest PSAP is where that cell phone will be routed to.
And what do you do when you in Hampton County receive a call from Colleton that's supposed to be going to Colleton County?
We transfer that call out to Colleton County.
Okay. All right. Back on June 7th of 2021, did you receive a call from Alec Murdaugh?
We did.
And that call came into Hampton County, is that correct?
That's correct.
And what did happen to that call when it came in?
Once it was determined that the call was the location of the emergency was Colleton County, we transferred that call out to Colleton County.
And you determined the Colleton County location how?
Based upon the numerics and the address that was given, once we plug that information into our system, it populates in Colleton County.
The record reflect, I'm showing the witness takes what's marked as State's Exhibit 9.
Objection, Your Honor.
State's Exhibit 9 is admitted without objection.
State's Exhibit 9 is a disc. Can you tell us what is on that disc?
The initial 911 call that came in on the night in question.
And how do you know that call is on that disc?
I was able to listen to it, and I dated it and initialed on the 23rd of January.
Your Honor, at this time the state would move Exhibit 9 into evidence.
Already been admitted without objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alec Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child was got badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Yes, sir. 4147 Moselle Road.
Stay on the line with me,
Please
okay?
hurry.
Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay?
Hello?
I'm still here. Stay on the line. I'm still here, okay? Colleton, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line calling from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot. Mr. Murdaugh, go ahead and talk to Colleton.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
How did they shoot? Did they shoot themselves?
Oh, no. Hell no.
Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennel. I can tell that.
And did you
I can
see
tell that
anyone?
he's shot in the head, and he's shot really bad. He's shot really bad.
The state has no further questions for this witness.
By the defense. Cross-examination.
Thank you for your indulgence. Just a couple of questions, Your Honor. So explain to me how this works. A call came into you in what county?
Hampton County,
Hampton County.
correct.
And how, when you dial 911, how does it determine what county to send it to?
When you dial 911, the cell phone company picks up that it's a 911 call being placed. They hit the nearest cell phone tower, and based upon the location of that cell phone tower, is routed to the nearest PSAP, or Public Safety Answering System.
Okay, so the nearest cell phone tower to Moselle would
Was
be?
Walterboro Highway Tower.
Okay, okay. And you're from Hampton?
I am.
That's not you on the phone, is it?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know the Murdaughs, or do you know Alec Murdaugh and his family?
Not too much, yes. I mean, a little bit, but.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything further? You may step down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now call your next witness.
Angela Stallings.
You affirm the testimony about to give the court shall be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Take a seat. State your name again for the record. Spell your last name.
Angela Stallings, Stallings.
Hi, Captain Stallings.
Good afternoon.
Could you please tell the jury where you work?
I work at the Colleton County Sheriff's Office.
Okay. And how long have you worked there?
I have approximately 15 years with the Sheriff's Office.
What are some of your duties and responsibilities at the Sheriff's Office?
I am the Administrative Services Captain. I oversee the 911 Center. I'm over our Civil Process Division, Court Security, our School Resource Officers, our Sex Offender Registry Division, training, supply, and the hiring process, and records.
You have quite a lot of duties there.
Yes, ma'am.
In the course of your duties, do you keep records of 911 calls?
We do.
Can you explain to the jury what happens when a 911 call comes into Colleton County?
Yes, ma'am. So when a call comes into Colleton County, it hits our recorder system. As soon as the call connects to the recorder and starts ringing, our recorder automatically starts recording automatically. It starts recording before we even answer the phone.
And is a recording of all 911 calls that come into Colleton County Center kept?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
And how are those records kept?
They're kept on our server that is the Carolina recording software system that we use.
Who has access to those records?
Myself and one other employee.
Is it normal for y'all to have calls routed from Hampton County to Colleton County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and why does that happen?
Depending on the location of the call within the county, we border several counties. Depending on if it's a cell phone that is calling 911, depending on the closest available cell tower, it will hit that tower. Wherever that tower is located, it routes to that PSAP.
All right, on June 7th of 2021, did Colleton County receive a transferred 911 call from Hampton County?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
And what time did that call come in?
May I look at my notes?
Yes.
That call came in at 22:07:09, which is 10:07:09 p.m.
And the notes you're referencing up there, is that some kind of report that's generated when the call comes in, or what are you looking at?
Yes, ma'am. This is a report that's generated through our recorder software.
Okay. So you received a call from 10:07 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Who was that call from?
Hampton County.
Okay. And who was the caller?
The caller was Alex Murdaugh.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit 11. Do you recognize State's Exhibit 11?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What is it?
It is a disc of the 911 call.
And how do you know that?
It has my initials and date that I reviewed it.
And this is a true and accurate depiction of the 911 call made by Alec Murdaugh.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Your Honor, at this time I move State's Exhibit 11 into evidence.
Okay, Your Honor.
Submitted without objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
June. June 7th, 2021, 22 hours, 7 minutes, 9 seconds.
Colleton County Communication. Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's fast.
Okay. How did they shoot? Did they shoot themselves?
Oh no, hell no.
Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am, they're on the ground out at my kennel.
Okay, and did you see
his brain. Face down, I started down her a little bit. She's got a hole in her head.
Okay, is he breathing at all?
No, nobody.
Okay, do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No.
Is there any guns near them at all?
No, they're here.
The colors are off on the outside.
If that's what you're asking, they didn't shoot themselves, ma'am.
What colors are off on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay, and what is your name?
My name is Alex Murdaugh.
Okay, did you hear anything, or did you come home and find out?
Well, I've been gone. I just came back.
Okay, and was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am. Please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you.
There. Should have known.
Okay, so what is her name?
Maggie is all.
Maggie is her name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When's the last time you talked to Maggie?
Hour and a half ago, probably 2 hours ago.
Okay, you said about 2 hours ago you talked to them?
Approximately, yes, ma'am, approximately.
Okay, did she say what they were doing at all?
No, I talked to her in person.
You talked to her in person? We're getting somebody out there to you. We ask you any questions, don't slow them down, okay? And you sure they're not breathing? Is he moving at all, your son? I know you said that she was shot in the head, but what about your son?
Nobody. They're not. Neither one of them is.
What is your telephone number?
942-1227. I'm going back to my house just to get a gun just in case. I'm about 100 yards from my house.
And does anything look out of place?
Not particularly, really, no ma'am.
Okay. Look, I know you're upset, Mr. Murdaugh, but I don't want you to get a gun and have a gun out whenever my officers get there, okay?
I will not do that. He's been being threatened by my son out of both sex. He's been being threatened for months and months and months. He's been hit several times and he should finally
Do you know who was threatening your son?
It's too many. Oh, son. One second.
And you don't know the name of who was threatening him at all?
My son knows. My son knows.
Your son knows who was threatening him?
I have another son now.
Okay.
going back down there.
And Captain Stallings, there's a break between parts in this call. Why is that?
The way our recorder system is set up, if there is a pause with either the call taker or the caller not talking, the recorder automatically cuts off. As soon as it starts to hear someone talking, it automatically kicks back on and starts recording.
June 7th, 2021, 22 hours, 13 minutes, 58 seconds. Yeah, they've been around with you ever since you got on the phone with me. I have multiple people coming out there to you. Okay, can you do me a favor, Mr. Murdaugh, and turn on the flashers on your car so that way they can see where the kennels are? Do you have your flashers on for me, Mr. Murdaugh? Okay, I don't want you to touch them at all, okay? I don't know if you've already touched them, but I don't want you to touch them just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
I already touched them trying to get to see if they were breathing.
Okay, well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay? Okay, and did your son, I know you said that he had been threatened, did your son make report to this at all?
Yes, ma'am.
He did? And what's your son's name?
Paul,
Paul?
dude, I want to call. I need to call some of my family.
Okay. Well, do me a favor for me. Whenever you see the officer or the medics, because they're all coming to you, can you put your gun in your vehicle for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we have them come and turn on the flashes on your vehicle so they can see you, okay? You got the flashes on for me? Okay. All right. Just, whenever you see them, put your gun up for me, okay?
Okay.
How old is your son?
22.
Okay. All right. We're getting them out there to you, okay? All right.
Thank you, Captain Stallings. The state has no further questions.
Yes, ma'am.
No question, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You may step down.